Hello everyone and welcome back to my booktube channel, The Bookkeeper. Today I'm going to be starting out my weekly reading vlog surrounding the Dark Academics Halloweenathon that I mentioned in a couple of videos ago. So if you're new here, my name is Beatriz and today, like I said, I'm going to be starting this reading vlog. This is the first time that I'm actually doing this, so bear with me if I'm a little awkward. I'm still reading Mexican Gothic. I haven't been able to make that much progress. I'm still on page 79. Yikes. Yeah, I hadn't that much time to read this week, but I'm hoping that I'll make a bigger dent on this week, or this weekend at least, today, because it's Sunday. I didn't do much today. I had work to catch up on, and I had a Zoom meeting with a couple of colleagues from my group from university. So right now I'm going out and taking you guys with me. I'm thinking that I'm going to start reading The Phantom of the Opera first, because I think for the other book, the We Have Always Lived in a Castle book, I think that one I might have to get it in like the ebook form, because I don't think I can order it and still have it get here in time. So we will see, but thanks so much for tuning in and I hope you enjoy this reading vlog. Hey guys, so I just got back home and I went out with my grandma and my mother and it was really nice, but I actually went to like the local bookstore here and they actually had a really big selection of books. They usually, like, this is the thing about living in a country that doesn't speak English, or like that its native language is not English, is that it's really hard to find books that I want to read that actually are being sold at bookstores, and so most of the time I just have to order them. But I mean, not just me, but like everyone. But it's really nice when you do find books that you want there. They had a really nice version of The Bone Season, which I almost got, but I am trying to limit the amount of books that I buy so that I don't have a bunch of them sitting on my bookshelves that I haven't read, because I still have a few of those. And anyway, I have books to read this week, so I think my plan today is going to be, I have to prepare a presentation and I was supposed to film a video, but it's kind of dark now. I mean, it is dark and I don't know if this lighting is great for a video, so I might just film that tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, but what I'm for sure going to do is prepare my presentation for tomorrow and get some reading done. I would love, I don't know where my book is, but I would love to get to at least like page 150 and finish it, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, Tuesday, probably Tuesday. And then in the meanwhile, I also want to start The Phantom of the Opera. I think I'm going to start this one. And this one is also quite small. The actual, like, the font is quite small too. I don't know if you can see that. The font is quite small too, but if I could start maybe like 20 pages of this, I don't even know. Oh, this has 200 pages. Or is this? Oh yeah, this is a book. Okay, it has 200 pages. So if I could get maybe 20 pages of this, I guess I'll both be reading them at the same time. I usually like to also pair things up with the audiobook, but the thing is, right, it's really hard for me to listen to some kinds of audiobooks. Like if it's a fantasy book or if it's a book that I know involves a lot of information, then it's kind of hard for me to listen in English, because I sort of just have to process it and actually read it. So usually I just end up rereading books in like audiobook form if I'm rereading a book, or if I'm reading like usually contemporaries and stuff like that, I can read in audiobook form. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and get some reading done today, get everything done for my presentation, and then hopefully finish a book maybe tomorrow, but definitely Tuesday. I just have a lot to do. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. We're making it work. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday morning. I just got back from my university, and guess what? There's a storm coming. I don't know if you can hear the wind outside. There's a storm, apparently, and it's making everything really windy. But, so, today I went to the university. I did my presentation. It went really well. I'm really happy with it. It's also getting quite cold, so I can wear my new coat from Zara, which I hadn't worn yet, but, you know. New coat. It's a new season, new coat. Have I made any progress on the books since last night? No, I haven't. I am the worst. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna take off these clothes, not on camera, obviously. I'm gonna take them off, and I'm gonna get into something really comfy, and I'm just gonna get a cup of tea because it's really getting cold, and I'm just gonna snuggle up with my book until lunchtime, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Everyone, so I can't remember the last time I updated you guys. I think it's been a few days, or at least a day, but it is currently, it's 12:30 and it's Wednesday, and I just got done with my class and I'm actually going to the mall with my dad and my brother because we need to get a birthday present for my mama. So I'm still reading Mexican Gothic. I'm on page 221. I'm hoping to finish this today because I only have like 80 pages to go, so I should be able to finish it no problem. I read like more than 100 pages yesterday, which I was really happy with because, like, considering the amount of just stuff that I've had going on with studying and everything. But it started to get a bit more interesting. But before that, it was sitting at like 2.7 stars for me, just because I'm a very character-driven person, and if I don't care about the characters, that I don't really care what happens to them. I'm not interested in their story, and it's really hard for me to follow unless the plot is like super intricate and super complex. Then there's a chance I might like it, but usually I'm more of a character-driven person. But for this book, I don't really care about any of the characters. I feel like, first of all, it took a really long time for the action to actually start. Now, like I mentioned, it started to get more interesting past page like 180 because that's when stuff was actually happening. Other than that, it was sort of just nothing much was really happening. It was sort of just a waste of pages, and it was kind of hard for me to push through. Since there's a couple of people on booktube whose opinions I really trust that actually mentioned that, you know, this is a good book, it's a little slow, but the ending, it gets better. I wanted to get to the ending just to see it for myself if I actually did enjoy it, and it's getting a little better, so I'm hoping that I will enjoy the ending, but we will see. And right now I'd say it's a little lower than 3 stars, so I'm hoping the ending can push it up to at least 3. I just think that the author does a good job of describing the house and making it feel really eerie. Like, the house in itself feels like its own character, and that's sort of an interesting element. And since it's a haunted house story, it would make sense for the house to also have some kind of personality, but then the characters all feel really lacking. I feel like our main character, Noemi, she describes her personality more than showing it, so there's a lot of descriptions of things that she does and what she thinks about, but when she actually is talking to other people, you don't see it. I feel like, at least for me, you don't see it shine through as much. And so I don't like it when that happens. I also thought her cousin would have more of a bigger role in the story, and she doesn't. And then all of the rest of the family members that live in the house, they have the same problem with Noemi. I feel like their personalities are not very distinct and they are not very clear. I mean, you get that they're sort of an odd family and you don't get a very comfortable vibe from them, but it's not like it's a very clear, discerning thing. Like, you get that something weird is going on, but I feel like there's not much to it. And as someone, like I said, that is very character driven, it's hard for me to feel connected to any of the characters. One thing that has been really bothering me is, I don't think this is a spoiler, but like the sort of love interest aspect of the story. I feel like the story could have been perfectly fine without it. I don't think it's necessary at all. I think it's just there because supposedly a story should or needs to have some sort of romantic aspect to it. I really don't think it's necessary in this story, so it kind of like distracts from all of it and it doesn't really make sense. The main character constantly reiterates that the boy in question is not that good looking, and it's very awkward looking. That's what, like, she mentions it every time she sees him. She like brings up his physical appearance, which first of all I don't think it's necessary. We get it. I feel like I'm going on a bit of a rant here. I don't think it's necessary. We get it. And the whole romantic aspect of it as well, I think the book could have done without it. So that's where I stand right now. I still haven't begun The Phantom of the Opera, but since I'm finishing this today, and Phantom of the Opera is quite a small book, I feel like I'm going to be able to finish it still this week. So hopefully this week I'll finish 2 books, and then next week I can start and read. I think I'm only going to read The Secret History because I'm not going to get all of the books that I mentioned. I haven't been reading that much since the beginning of the month because of class, and I think this reading vlog actually is motivating me to read a lot more, so maybe I'll start doing weekly vlogs because maybe that'll not motivate me. I have the motivation, I just feel like I don't have time. I feel like I have a lot of stuff that I want to do in my day and I don't have enough time for it, so it's been really quite hard to find a balance, and I still haven't found it because I have class, I have YouTube, and I was taking guitar classes during quarantine that I haven't picked up in a while, and so I haven't even been able to have time for that. So obviously I still don't have everything worked out. But yeah, hopefully gonna finish this today, and we'll see what I think about it. I'm guessing that I will probably rate this at 3 stars because, and I'm saying this right now, even if the ending is amazing, I don't think it will make the rest of the book worth like a 4 stars, maybe a 3.5. I don't know. We will see. Also, up until page 200, it wasn't that scary or creepy. Now it's getting a little, it's not scary, it's just a little odd and weird, but I'm guessing that it will get progressively worse as the story continues. That's my update, and I'm going to the mall right now. I'm taking you guys with me, and I will see you guys later. Okay everyone, I feel like this reading vlog is me coming to talk to you in different angles every time. Updates. I finished Mexican Gothic, and remember how I said if the ending was better, maybe I would bump it to a 3 stars. Right now, well, maybe. I was looking at other books that I gave 3 stars to. I don't know if it's quite up there with those ones. So I'm still thinking about what I want to rate this, because here's the thing. The ending did get more interesting, but it was just, I don't know, it was kind of weird. I didn't really like it. I know some people really like the ending, and that's what I mentioned that I was like hoping would happen to me as well, but I really didn't. First of all, it felt super rushed. I mean, 1 second nothing was happened, and then in 50 pages the whole story resolved itself and everything was like fine again, which I think was really rushed. And then again, it took such a long time for anything to happen in the book that it was kind of just put me off a little bit. And then once we got to the resolution, all I wanted was like, come on, like hurry up. But then it was also really rushed. Like I could tell that it was really rushed. So yeah, not a big fan of it. I'm a little disappointed because I really did think that I was going to enjoy it more. I thought I didn't really connect to the characters, so it was really hard for me to care about what was happening to them. The whole ending part, what was actually happening in the house, kind of that whole part really, it kind of confused me. I don't know if it was just me being dumb. I don't think I heard anyone say that they didn't really like the ending or that they thought it was a little confusing. So maybe it's just me, but I thought it was a little confusing. I didn't really think it was creepy. I mean, And I knew this wasn't like a very heavy horror, but I think that it would be a lot more scarier if it was made into a movie. I think I heard that Hulu was doing that, but I don't know if that's actually happening. I think that it would be scarier as a movie because a lot of what they describe, like a lot of what's scary is descriptions of things that are actually happening in front of the main character. So I feel like if we actually saw those things happening and how sort of gore and disgusting it would be, then maybe it would be a little scarier. But I mean, I'm a chicken and I didn't feel even remotely scared, or I just felt a little disgusted sometimes. I don't know if that was the point, but I mean, I'm guessing that was the point. So yeah, not a great book. Right now, I think on Goodreads I put it as a 3 stars. I think probably like a 2.75 stars for me. And that's my first book finished during the Dark Academics Halloweenathon. I think this was the book that I was gonna read for the supernatural theme. I think this was it, or maybe it was Frankenstein. I don't know if I'll get to Frankenstein. So if I don't, this is the book that I'm gonna use for that challenge. And then I am going to start Phantom of the Opera. I was looking on Goodreads. It said this was like, excuse me, ma'am, 300 pages. Mine is quite small. I'm going to start reading this today, and I'm hoping to get a few chapters in. We'll see. But I've just had, you know, those days that just seem to go on forever. That's been my day. It's just been so tiring. So I don't know how much of this I'll read. I feel like reading, but I also might get tired really quickly. I won't push myself to read too much, but I really wanted to finish 2 books this week. So it's going to be Mexican Gothic and The Phantom of the Opera. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now. Kind of wished I'd enjoyed Mexican Gothic a little more, but we'll see. It usually takes me like a few days for me to mull over the book and actually get my thoughts out in a wise and coherent manner, not like I just did. So I'm hoping that once I do my October wrap up, I'll have my thoughts. At least I'll be able to express them in coherent sentences. So that's what I'm hoping to get out of this. But anyways, I'm gonna get a start on this. Actually, I think I'm gonna make myself some tea and then I'm gonna start this. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening, and I will catch up with you guys later.
Disembowelment! Guys, I was a baby. My first word was dada. Drink!